Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and thanks so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to be doing a tour of our kitchen as promised, and what I'll be showing you is what we did to our kitchen late last summer. In the beginning of the makeover, we had planned on replacing the tile countertops and backsplash, but we had a huge setback when our HVAC system had to be replaced, which was a major expense. So the tile countertops and backsplash have to stay for now, and we'll replace them at a later time. The good thing is they're all neutral, which makes it easier to live with until then. My hubby and I did all of the work ourselves and enjoyed every minute of the process. We make a wonderful team, and whatever I can think up and design up, he can build, which is wonderful. And speaking of the hubs, this is my husband, Cecil. Today is his birthday, and I wanted to just take this time to wish my sweet husband, who is an amazing, loving man, and is definitely the wind beneath my wings, always supportive, always loving me with his whole heart. Happy birthday, my love. You're absolutely the best. And now for the kitchen. Okay guys, I'm starting the tour here showing you all our ugly peninsula before the makeover. The yucky builder grade golden oak cabinetry was such a hot mess and it had no character whatsoever. So now look at what we did with a little redesign, new paint in polished aqua, and added corbels, a gorgeous transfer, some chicken wire, new hardware, baseboards, and at the end cap of the peninsula we added a salvage piece from an antique chair and used it as a wood applique. Such a difference, don't you think? Here's one area of the kitchen cabinetry in the before photos. It was so awful, no character, moldings, etc. The stove and range hood were worn out, so we replaced them with new ones. So if you notice, the cabinet above the stove top is actually too big for that space. A shorter set would have been much more appropriate, but however, the kitchen was built that way, and since we're not planning on completely gutting the kitchen for a couple more years, I decided to work with it and make it a focal point and give this bank of cabinetry a sense of prominence, if you will. And I did that by having Cecil add a ledge at the top of that cabinet that extends out, then add a bit of rope molding to each side to frame it. Then I added a large fleur-de-lis decor piece at the top to look like a custom wood applique. I also mixed up my own colored wax and used it here and on the other polished aqua cabinets and dishwasher to create depth and interest. This bank of cabinets is located on the opposite side of the kitchen, and once again you can see boring, ugly, and no character. So this is what we did to this area. I knew I wanted a chalkboard area in the kitchen somewhere, and so I chose the small center door as the one to do this with. Once again, I had Cecil extend the top of that cabinet like he did in the other one above our stove as well, and add rope molding to define the space. Then I painted the center door panel in chalkboard paint. Then Cecil added the drawer pull and mounted it upside down to hold my chalk. By doing this, it gave a sense of prominence to this kitchen cabinet as well. And by stenciling the word Paris on the chalkboard, it just added a little bit more of a French country look. When we were planning our kitchen makeover, I wanted to make sure that when I added color to strategic cabinets, etc., above all, the kitchen must have a color balanced look throughout it, and it does. The bank of cabinets at the sink area has that pop of color, which was achieved by painting our dishwasher panel. Then I stenciled a beautiful damask design on to add character, and I love that. Our dishwasher is a little older, but excellent quality, and it works perfectly, so we opted not to replace it at this time, but rather incorporate it into the design, and I'm really happy that we did. Let's talk about the DIY project that I did to these three things in the photo to infuse our kitchen with more French country charm, and by doing this I created a one-of-a-kind focal point in our kitchen. The large oval metal piece that you see there is actually a wall medallion from Hobby Lobby, and I purchased that at 50% off, which made it at right around, I believe, about $50. And then the brass chandelier that you see there was an outdated garage sale find that I picked up for $5. And then the two gold cherub Christmas ornaments were a thrift store find for 50 cents each. Guys, here's the large metal wall medallion that I showed you. My hubby mounted it for me so I could use it as a ceiling medallion for which the chandelier could hang. We centered it between the two very outdated fluorescent lights, which we're replacing very soon, by the way. And what this did was create a beautiful focal point in an otherwise unused area. And if you're wondering about how I painted it and the chandelier, all I can tell you is that I layered and dry brushed shades of gray, robin's egg blue, a little white, and some rust. And then I added a bit of dark wax and white wax. I wanted these pieces to look like they had sat out and rusted in an old barn. And now about the bling that I added to it. The beading that you see there is sold at Hobby Lobby by the yard over in the fabric department, and I believe it's about $5.99 a yard, but if you use your 40% off coupon, you can buy up to 10 yards for 40% off, which is a good deal. And then the prisms that you see hanging there are actually acrylic Hobby Lobby Christmas ornaments, and every year I buy many of them because I make over chandeliers for friends and customers, and I use them a lot. Okay guys, this is the last thing that I want to show you before I take the camera down and take you all in for a closer look at the overall kitchen. This is a noodle board that my hubs made for me, and then I painted and stenciled it in French country style. Okay, so here we go. This is the view into our kitchen from our living room. We have an open floor plan, and I really enjoy that. The large antique porch post that you're seeing was from an old Victorian home in Pennsylvania. We purchased it off of Marketplace and brought it home. Then Cecil cut it to fit the area that you see here, and we just love it. It added another element of character and charm. All right, my friends, I'm going to just let you watch the rest of the video, set to music, and then I'll come back at the end and say goodbye. Thank you so much. Okay, my friends, that's it for the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by and joining me today. I really appreciate that. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.